Hello everyone, today I'm doing a manga review for the 11th manga review video. This one is on All You Need Is Kill. It's a bind up manga. There's no other volumes or anything. This is the only book. Here's the synopsis. But yeah, the prices are $15 in the USA, $17 in Canada, $10 or €10 in the UK. And this one is really cool because I just like the story and the concept that it had, and the characters were really cool as well. And I will be rating this book out of 15 points. And yeah. But this book is basically just like a war story kind of. But it's about this main character named Keiji Kiryu, who's going through time loops every time he dies during battle. And over during each loop, he's trying to find out a solution to stop the loops from happening. And they happen over and over. And all these characters and everything are going to war. Like, the human race is going to war with these aliens or whatever called mimics. And it's a pretty cool story. I love the action though. There's a lot of action. And it's just really cool. Yeah, it does have some gore in it too. If you don't like gore, then stay away from it, because there is a lot of gore. Let me see. Yeah, that's a lot of gore. Yeah, there's a lot of gore in this, but you've got I was wondering what that noise was. Yeah. The character's really cool. I mainly like this character, cause I don't know why, I just like her character more, and her name's Rita. The manga is really cool, mainly the story and concept. They both fit well together, and the two main characters are the ones on the front and back, Rita Vertowski and Keiji Kiryu. I keep forgetting the names. But yeah, it's a pretty huge book, I'm not gonna lie. It's not hardcover though. It's more like a plastic kind of cover. Not hardcover though. But still a really good book. It didn't really take too long to read. I mainly just skipped days on when I would read it to delay it a little bit. But it's a pretty cool story. You got the character going through time loops over and over after he dies in battle against the mimics. And then each time he goes through another loop, he tries to find solutions to stop the loops from happening. And he ends up coming up with multiple different ideas, and he uses those ideas, but every time he messes up on something, he goes back in time again and goes through a loop over and over. And then it just becomes a routine for him. and two characters meet later on, and they they meet and like they discuss like what they've gone through and how they can solve this solution, like figure out a solution for KG once they both meet up with each other later on. But it's a really cool story, a really cool concept as well. The thing is, Rita is the one that like went through it all first, because when she was going to war against the mimics, she then got stuck in the loops as well. But after 3 years, when she goes to Japan for the first time to fight the war, she meets Keiji, and then she notices he's been through loops. And they're talking about it and everything. And yeah, but the reason why I'm not talking too much about it is because I think it's better if you guys read the actual story. But yeah. Yeah, it was a really cool manga. I'd say the story and characters were really well done though. But if I had to pick one thing that was the best out of all of them, I'd say the concept was really well done, and it blended in with the story and characters very well. The manga is done by Takeshi Obata. Well, the artwork. The story or original story and storyboards are done by these two people. But it was really good. I have to say the characters were really good too, but the concept is really good as well. The one thing I liked about the characters is that they were really well fleshed out, especially the two main characters, which is the only two characters that they focus on, and they were really well done, and they had their own nicknames according to like all of the troops in the military in the story. The two main characters had their own like nicknames, where like before like Keiji Kiryu met Rita, or like everyone called Rita like the Full Metal Bitch, and like as her nickname. And Keiji later on got a nickname later on at the end of the story, which is Killer Cage. And I think it's really cool that they gave the characters nicknames because of like how good they were in battle against the mimics when they were fighting to like get out of the time loops over and over. And they did that, and they ended up like successfully stopping the mimics from getting them in the time loop. Because apparently it all goes down to the mimics, and they had like all this like whole like network whatever that would set up a time loop, and they would get caught in it, and then they would be stuck in it. But yeah. But if you don't like gore, then this manga it does have a lot of gore. But it's really good. I like it a lot. And when I first finished, I was like, "Damn, this is good." I'd give it a high rating too, because it's like a really good story. I like the story a lot, mainly. Yeah, this gets pretty gory, but I'm trying to find another image, if there is one. Well, that's the only one besides the other one before that. Just to show you guys like how gory this can get. YouTube is probably gonna pick a very good thumbnail for this. Yeah, there is a lot of gore in this, just so you guys know. But it also has like once a chapter ends, it comes to a halt and has like a specific black page that goes over like some text or whatever that you can read, which I do recommend it because it is part of the character's developing and everything, which is really cool that it included those. That's one reason why I like the characters specifically, because it actually gives them character development during like this whole time loop concept. And yeah. But I'm now gonna give it a rating. Oh, and before I do that, this was worked on by Viz Media and Shonen Jump. And it's rated T for teen, or older teen technically, is what it says. But yeah. So that is All You Need Is Kill, a manga that was really good. This is the only book. There is no other volumes that you need to worry about picking up. This is the only one. $15 in the US, $17 in Canada, and €10 in the UK. But yeah, I'm gonna rate each section out of 5 points, going by characters, story, and concept this time. I'm not gonna include artwork because I think I'm just including that a little too much maybe, and I want to try it where I put art or concept instead of artwork in the ratings, so I'll go by that. So you've got the characters. I thought they were really well fleshed out. They had some pretty good development segments where they had those like black pages with white text over them at points where the chapters would end. Each time that the chapters would end, you'd find those pages and then you could read them and see what the character would say. And it was really cool because it would show how they're developing as a character, not just as something to get the job done. Not anything like a filler or anything. But like here, if you flip the switch in the back of your brain, you could watch a second go by like the frames of a movie. And like these little like segments I find really cool because it just shows the detail that they have for the characters. But I'm sure that's like in every other manga, but I feel like in this manga it's really good because they actually decide to work on these characters instead of having like nothing really too interesting. Because like with the war story like this, you want to be really interesting and captivating and all that. And I think the story and characters is really good. And the rating for characters is a 5 out of 5. I think the characters were really fleshed out and they were really interesting as well. And next rating is going to be for story. Story has going like following Keiji Kiryu in his time loops, going to war against the mimics and the army or whatever, or in the military or whatever in Japan. And each time he dies in battle, he's going through a time loop over and over. These are what the mimics look like. But each time he dies, he goes through a time loop. And each time loop, he figures out strategies that he could use in each other time loop if he fails one. So let's say if he fails time loop 7, then he'll try to develop a plan for time loop 8 and 9, and if he fails in time loop 8, he'll try to succeed in 9. And it just some stuff like that, and he keeps going in over and over. But it's really cool. But then later on, during battle, in one of the time loops, he meets Rita Furtowski, and then they team up to stop the time loops over and over. And then just shows like montages throughout some of the pages of like which loop he's on, like loop 58, 157, all that stuff. And it's really cool. But yeah, the story is I feel like it's like let's say it's a 5 out of 5 as well. And concept, the concept is pretty interesting as well. I like the time loop conspiracy thing. Well, like they were trying to figure out how they could stop these time loops, but every time they would try, there would be at one point where they would make a misstep and then they'd mess up and try again over and over. And each time that would happen, they would tell themselves, get back up, and fight over and over. And it would be really cool to watch that happen. And it would just show how like real this concept, or like how real these time loops were to the characters. And it was really cool. And so I'm gonna have to give the a concept rating a 3 out of 5 though, because there were some times where I feel like there could have been a little bit more than just a time loop concept and war concept and the alien concept. But yeah, so I'd say this is a 13 out of 15 rating. A very good, highly recommended, because it's a really interesting story. I mainly like the characters mainly the most. I like the characters. The story and concept are really good as well, but I mainly like the characters a lot. And the artwork is pretty cool too, but I'm not gonna rate the artwork. But yeah, this manga is really good. I recommend it a lot. And yeah, if you ever want to check it out, I recommend it. I already have the prices shown in the video, so I don't think I'll just put them in the description. In case you didn't see them earlier, here they are. And yeah. So yeah, this was my manga review 11. This one was on All You Need Is Kill. Pretty good manga, highly recommend it. You could buy it at Barnes & Noble or somewhere. I don't know where you'd buy it, but yeah. And the next manga review is going to be something else actually. I was deciding on Battle Angel Alita, but I think I'm just gonna change to something else. Like cause I got all that stuff, all that manga, and I'm not sure which one out of all of them I'd do a review on. I'm saving Black Torch for the for manga review 13, cause I already finished that up. I already recorded the manga review for it, and I'm saving it for manga review 13. So I might not really get to Battle Angel Alita yet. I might just do another bind up manga review, which would be for Wolf Children. And if I do that, then it'll probably be like maybe later on in January. But yeah, I'll be getting to some of the other manga. Maybe I'll do that Ruby run right there because I'm reading it currently. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll dog out. Hope you enjoyed.